kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I've known her since middle school. I don't know, I just really like her. She already rejected me, so I don't talk to her.
What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Today we're reacting to your work confessions, not mine, not y'all's, but that's the the title. But his people's work confessions. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're gonna find out exactly where this is. We'll just find out. I hope it's nothing too crazy.
Hello?
I hope it's nobody in the food business. Which, I mean, we know what, be nice. Just don't be nice just because you don't want stuff in your food, but just be a good person.
Hey y'all, it's your favorite gambling addict, back with another confessions video. You and I know the gist by now. You guys send me your confessions, and I read them while crying on the inside. This time the topic was work confessions, bad things or unusual stuff that happened at your workplace. And I know half of you guys are unemployed, but don't get me wrong, you guys still send me the good stuff. Some of your confessions were a little bit mild, while at the same time, some of your confessions were a little bit wild. And at the end of the day, I come to the same conclusion. Is that I hope all your bosses watch this video. Let's just get into it. First, to the same conclusion, is that I hope all your bosses watch this video. Let's just get into it. First, I don't got no damn job. I work in a school as a student. One of my classmates made 2 holes in the walls of my classroom. You work in school as a student? When did that become a job? I've been a student for basically all
That's what I was like,
I
what?
never got paid squat. I did more than 12 good years working and I never saw a cent. I never saw a cent. I need my reparations. My brother's boss at Little Caesars was giving people raises if they did the nasty, even the men. Second story, a Karen at a local McDonald's was mad her nuggets weren't out in time. It was a 1-minute wait and she threw a fit. She was also very obese. So she hurled her fat over the counter and tried fighting the cashier. She didn't land one punch, and she got punched once and was knocked out cold. Lastly, a customer at Arby's was mad over curly fries and pulled out a gun and started firing. Honestly, I'm still stuck at the first confession, cause did your brother take the raise? I'm not judging. You gotta do what you gotta do in this life, but did he take the raise? How big was the raise? If it was an extra $10 an hour with a free side of crazy bread and wings, that's kind of tempting. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, but everybody else doing it, I might as well join in. And for the curly fries run, I kind of understand it. When you order food and you expect a certain kind of standard to it and it comes back mid, I'm gonna start going crazy on the spot and start rapping to the cashier saying, let's play a little game I made. All you gotta do is pick a candy bar, one gotta play. Some people be serious about that curly fries. And the fat girl, yeah, whatever. More of the story, except all opportunities to get in a raise. I work as a teller at States Credit Union. I once had a woman who was cleaning money from her account. She had a bunch of Zelle deposits from her dad, but turns out her dad has been dead for 6 months, and she was pretending to be him, withdrawing from ATMs and transferring money from his account to hers without permission. Needless to say, she didn't get the money. I'm having trouble understanding this confession.
What?
I mean, I might be stupid, but I'm still having trouble with it because I don't see anything she did wrong. I mean, I bet this is marked as a crime under some random law somehow, but I still don't see what she did wrong. Her dad's dead. What does he need the money for? Who is she gonna ask for permission? His coffin? She gotta ask the bank for permission to her dad's money? Why?
Right.
Why does the bank need the money for? Come on, man. You holding her up from showing off her emotion. And for what? Her dead dad that's not gonna use the money? I don't see any problem with what she did. I mean, I bet if I did some research, I probably would, but I'm not. I'm gonna be on her side, bro.
But I'm not.
I don't care. Go get your dead dad's money, girl. I used to work at KFC, and for some reason, my coworker started putting 10 squirts of mayo on every sandwich that I was ordered, and this person provided some evidence alongside with it too. If I ever open up my fast food bag and I see a mayonnaise sandwich has been replaced for my burger, I'm chucking that sandwich back at that worker. Not gonna lie.
That's disgusting. I like mayo.
I worked as a waiter in this smaller little restaurant. After someone
Mayo goes on a sandwich. If you don't like mayo, I mean, to each their own, but I like mayo on my sandwich. That is insane. That's just we're not.
I picked up the dishes like a normal person would. There was this guy who worked in the back who would clean the dishes really fast, so everyone kind of relied on him. Until one day we call him not washing the dishes. but licking them till they're clean. Anyways, not long after, the place shut down to no surprise. Bro was just cleaning the leftovers off, making sure the place was spick and span. Bro was just doing his job, and the fact that y'all relied on him meant he was a diligent worker. He did nothing wrong. I mean, I wouldn't eat
Nah,
there, or
stop,
let my family
man.
eat there, or let my friends eat there, or let
Nah,
my dogs
stop.
eat there, but hey, to each their own. Basically, I used
Nah,
to work in this
stop.
Mexican restaurant. Reason I applied there, I always kept getting rejected by other places. McDonald's, Taco Bell, and other last resort jobs. Dang, nobody want you. But I was able to get a job at this restaurant for $3 an hour as a servant. Bro, you don't got a job, you're a slave. That is not a job, you are a servant. This is the type of job I'd take if I had debt to owe to the boss. At first, I came in for the training, which the restaurant didn't really teach much, so I had to teach myself. But customers were weird AF. I had to serve a group of friends that were senior citizens, and they were showing pictures of their private parts to each other in public. And I saw that while I was taking their order. More of the story, worked somewhere non-food related, such as AutoZone. Worked at a clinic around 18 years old. Got paid in gift cards. Co-worker got
Yo.
shot, and I had to see a patient myself once. Imagine having some kid come in asking you about your jaundice. The hell is a jaundice? Jaundice, a medical condition with yellowing of the skin or whites of the eyes, arising from excess of the pigment bilirubin and typically caused by obstruction of the bile duct. The hell is bilirubin? Bilirubin, an orange-yellow pigment formed in the liver by the breakdown of hemoglobin and excreted
Stop.
in bile. What the hell is a hemoglobin? Hemoglobin, a red protein responsible for transporting oxygen. in
I'm
the
lost.
blood
I
of
don't know. It
nutrimites.
don't make sense now at this
Oh,
point.
okay.
It's too
Working
many.
for
It's too
any
much
kind of
googling.
politician gotta be one of the worst jobs, not gonna lie. I once got an internship for this dude I didn't know much about. And every day there'd be crazy people coming into his office screaming, holding signs with actual blood on them, making death threats, and just
Okay.
being altogether vile. I don't know if it's because the guy was Republican or something, but it traumatized me and made me never want to work in the private sector again. Honestly, you didn't even have to
Okay.
tell me to know this. There's no such thing as an honest politician, bro. I can almost guarantee that the higher on the ladder the politician is, the more likely the employees will be treated like garbage. I just don't like the politics space in general, because the more you look into it, the more you're like, damn, man, everybody a piece of huh? I would never want to work in that space. Unless I'm gonna be president. I better be the president. First law, I'm the only dude on Tinder. All the girls have to swipe right on me. Why the hell I still have no matches? One of my coworkers' boyfriends started working with us recently. He got yelled at by a stupid bitch manager. Oh my god, I hate that stupid bitch! Anyways, the dude got yelled at by the manager, and it got to the point where he freaking snapped at that. He started insulting her, raising his voice to the point he turned red. The girlfriend tried to step in, pushing him to the side. He pushed her off and yelled, "Don't freaking touch me!" Another co-worker pulled up to stop him, and that's where he went berserk. He was pushing him while yelling, "I'm gonna kill you! You..." The people in the restaurant had enough and tried to fight him because the majority of the staff and customers were Hispanic and Latino. He panicked and went outside, locking the customers inside. He later got chased by two old Mexican folk with freaking machetes. Can you believe that? Machetes! Unfortunately, he got away and is about to get fired. Why isn't he already fired, bro?
Unfortunately?
That story is crazy. And by the sounds of it, you hate your manager too. Is your manager Chris Rock or Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen? I don't know, man. Crazy story. I don't even know what to say, just crazy. When I was
Yeah.
younger, I worked at McDonald's.
Not much
It
more.
was painful and tiring, and I ended up getting myself fired.
Fast
One day,
food. Okay, how? First of all, how? How'd you get yourself fired? Second of all, fast food, like, positions, jobs, hard. Those are tough. Hey, to all y'all that do it, like, utmost respect. It's very admirable, honestly, because dealing with that, like, I mean, maybe if all customers were like, you know, and it's still tough, just like the workload, but like, even customers aren't all nice, you know. It's not even that they're not all nice. They're not. Some of them aren't even baseline. Like, they're just like down here, you know. So it's utmost respect to y'all in the fast food
1
industry.
p.m. I was
'Cause
making French fries till this guy
couldn't
named
be me.
Michael showed
Wow.
up. He caused employees to freaking quit or get fired. He messed up the employees' work like putting food poisoning in it. What? Today's was the most evil ever. He got up on the counter, put his pants down, including underwear, and then he started peeing while the French fries were boiling. He told the manager that I peed in the french fries to let you know the cameras were broken and nobody was in the kitchen. Turns out Michael is the son of the manager and he believed Michael always. When I served the food to the customer said, it smelled like piss, which ended up me getting fired. Bro, I would hate working with an employee like this, and I would hate having a boss like this. Bosses having kids work for them and then obviously treating them with more respect and bias just because they're their kids. Like, I could never imagine working in a working environment like that. It just sounds too annoying. And the fact that you got fired for him peeing in the fries? Bro, sue. I don't know what you're suing for, but sue. Just sue. One time
just sue.
I
don't know for what, but
my
sue.
Master gave me 4 more hours of work for messing up the seam on a poop emoji plushie, trying to relate to my international audience. Share this video with Winnie the Pooh. I worked at a pizza place, and when the customers were kinda rude, I would make sure to spit on that hoe. My coworker, on the other hand, would lay his balls on some pizzas. Good time. Alright, I got a lot of confessions of some of you guys working in fast food and doing disgusting things to the person's order. Before break, the worst teacher came in the drive-thru, so we put fart spray on his burger. I spat in this guy's burger for being an a-hole, and it turns out the burger was for his kid, and the kid ate it. My friend has a habit of sneaking rat poison in his customers' meals. His ass hasn't been caught yet. Isn't that illegal? You trying to kill your customers? What kind of habit is that? That guy is not normal. He's a serial killer in the making. I work at Wendy's. I peed in somebody's drink. They thought it was pineapple Sprite. All right, that one gotta be fake, but that's not the point. You guys are making me a little scared to go to these fast
10. I got 2 more minutes. That's crazy. If it gets worse, I got no minutes left in this.
I think half my food gonna be spat in or have rat poison in it. Y'all legit crazy. But based on what I read, most of the time it's just for customers that are kind of rude to
That's what I was saying earlier. What did I say?
Then I used to work at a gas station in high school. The only reason I worked there because it had good pay and my homie was working there too. So working in a gas station, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff go down. I've seen people get shot, stabbed, etc. So at that point, nothing really surprised me until one day, me and my homie were just doing our jobs. I was ringing up customers and homie was sweeping. Until this guy came in, normal looking guy, asked for a pack of Rhino pills. Nothing crazy, people get that all the time. Until I hear barking.
Okay.
I don't think much of it until I see a full-grown adult man.
Please stop.
Walking
Please
on
stop.
all fours. And I would have just, okay, what the heck? If it wasn't for the fact he had on a dog mask on with a belt. And it's not like he had pants on either. He walked in bare cheeks out and a bra on. What the actual is happening right now? So the guy I was ringing up said, "Who's a good boy?" and pet him. So at that point, I left out like I was shocked. I don't judge kinks, but I'm gonna judge this one. You weird. You traumatized my homie right here. He was just trying to work at the gas station. You pull up in full Metal Gear Solid uniform for you and your partner to do those activities for everybody to see. Not everybody want to see that, bro.
The coworker pet him?
For a short period of time, I was working at this hardware store. And when I applied, my brother told me that the owner of the store is racist. And I wasn't going to get hired because I'm Muslim. And when I applied, I did notice that every single worker was white. But I ended up getting the job for some reason. My brother was pretty surprised. Turns out my brother was right. That owner was racist. Every time I came into work and he was there, he would always pat me down to make sure I didn't have any contraband on me. Never once did I see him do that to any of the other workers. And one day, when I had gotten done cleaning the toilet, for some reason I was the only one getting that duty. I walked past his office.
Dude, that's wrong.
And I heard bro on the phone with someone and he was talking about how he didn't trust me. And he straight up said I was a because I was Muslim. After that, I knew I needed to do something. So instead of quitting, I hit a brick of inside his office when he wasn't at work. And where I live, that stuff is mad illegal. I then gave an anonymous tip to the police in our town and he got arrested like a week later. I love your vids, cutie. W. Nothing but a W, bro. The only other option I could have thought of is suing him. You know, that's my only other option. I would have recorded him saying all that junk and I would have sued him. Or, second option, statements that my lawyer told me not to say, so I won't say it. But your idea, pretty good. Nice. Someone said LeBron is better than Kevin Durant. That's because he is. Don't ever disrespect my little goat like that. My little husband is never going to be disrespected like that.
Yo, hold on. The husband is wild, actually. That was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I've known her since middle school. I don't know, I just really like her. She already rejected me. So I don't talk to her because she asked me not to. But I can't get over her. She's just my first love. Eating emoji. Fate has it we now work together. And it's been more than a year since the last time I saw her. And she's been looking at me. I've had a little glow up, so This isn't really a confession. I just need advice from someone I love, enjoy, and respect. 100 emoji, 100 emoji, fire emoji, 100 emoji, fire emoji, 100 emoji.
I am so glad you asked this question. I have the perfect answer for you. So first, you gotta do this. Okay, this next story is a little too crazy.
He gave him no advice.
Visuals for. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna read the story.
Yeah.
And in your mind, I'll help you visualize everything that's happening.
Wait, what?
My sister's coworker Amy got into a fight with this other coworker Jason.
Yeah,
because
he
spread
just
a
did not
rumor
give
that
him
she
nothing,
injected
okay.
her pee and poop into the burger patties, and they threatened to fire her over that. Until she kept the
No, no,